Hello, this is Malonb from malonb.etsy.com and malonshop.etsy.com. This is my tutorial for these cute amigurumi eggs. As you can see, they are crochet. I do have that free pattern in my blog. You can check it out. The link is down below. Also for mine, I am using worsted weight. More specifically, I'm using Red Heart Super Saver. I am also including the pattern for these spots or dots for the eggs as well, but you can definitely use felts, any other fabric, embroider them, or don't have any at all. It's up to you guys. I hope you guys enjoy. We will begin with the color white. I will be using this blue yarn. It's just a piece of scrap yarn as a marker. The first row is to do 5 single crochets or 5 stitches inside the magic loop. Okay, we have 5 inside the magic loop. Row number 2 is to increase all the stitches. So we will end up with 10 total in the second row. The last one, 9 and 10. The next row is the third row is 1 single crochet and 1 increase. So the first stitch is 1 single crochet, the next stitch is 1 increase. And you repeat all the way around. That gives us 15 stitches in total for the third row. The fourth row is 1 single crochet in all the stitches, which also will equal 15 in total. So 15 stitches, we get that by doing 1 single crochet in all of them. Okay, the next one is 2 single crochets and 1 increase. That will give us 20 stitches in total for row number 5. So the first stitch is a single crochet, second stitch is 1 single crochet, and then the third one is an increase. And we repeat 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 2 into 1, and repeat. So now we have a total of 20 stitches. Row number 7 is, row number 6 is single crochet in all of them, which also will give us 20 stitches in total. So it's just single crochet in every stitch. Row number 7 is 3 single crochets and 1 increase. So the first 3 stitches we do 1 single crochet in each, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet and increase, and repeat. So we should have 25 stitches in this round. For the next 3 rows, we're going to do 1 single crochet into every single crochet. So for the next 3 rows, the total count for each row should still be 25. I'm going to fast forward through all 3 rows, but just keep in mind that there are 3 rows of single crochet in each stitch. Okay, this is the last stitch of the third row. So now we are in row number 10, which is the last row that we do single crochets with a total of 25. So the next row is number 11, which we do 3 single crochets and 1 decrease. So first stitch is 1 single crochet. Oops. Second stitch, 1 single crochet. Third stitch, 1 single crochet, and between the fourth and the fifth we're going to do a decrease. For this I want to do a invisible decrease, which is just a regular decrease, but you do it only with the front loops. If you can see here, only through the front loops of the stitch. So it's a regular decrease, but just going through the front loops. And repeat: 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, and 1 decrease. And this is the last decrease. And in total we will have 20 stitches. Now this is row number 12 and row number 13. For 2 rows we're going to do 1 single crochet in every stitch, which for the next 2 rows will give us a count of 20 stitches in each row. And again, I won't be stopping the middle, but once I do, it will be 2 rows of single crochets. Okay, we are done with row 13, which was 1 single crochet in all the stitches, giving us a total of 20. Before I go on, I'm going to turn my piece inside out, just so it's a little easier for me. And we will continue with row number 14, which is 2 single crochet and 1 decrease. So we do 1 single crochet in the first stitch, second stitch, 1 single crochet and 1 decrease. And again, I'm doing the invisible decreases. And you just repeat. That's the last one. We have a total of 15. The next row is 1 single crochet in all of them, which will give us a total of 15. So just single crochet in all the stitches. Okay, we have 15 stitches. Now at this point I'm going to stuff. And I'm using regular fiber fill. You can use whatever you want to stuff it. Up to you. We're moving to row 16, which is 1 single crochet and 1 decrease. So the first stitch is 1 single crochet, and between the second and third stitches it's a decrease, and you repeat. That's the last one. 1 single crochet and 1 decrease. Okay, before we move on to the last row, I'm going to stuff a little bit more, but of course this is depending if you think you need some or not. So I'm just going to take a little bit more stuffing and then stuff it as much as I want it, or as full as, for me, as full as I can. The last row will be the last one, and that is just decreases, so it would be decrease all. In total, that would give us 5 decreases. However, the last rows I usually just decrease as much as I think it needs, because I always end up sewing the last little hole there together, so it's usually not as many decreases as it calls for. In general, what patterns usually call for. So you decrease all. And as you can see, it's already pretty close. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm going to do one more decrease on mine, and then I'm going to be sewing it together, or sewing it shut. For the last stitch, I'm going to, let me see, where can I loop it through? Oh no, just here. I'm never gonna loop it through. I'm just going to cut my tail. And I'm going to give myself a tail enough so I can sew the little hole shut. Let me get my needle. I'm gonna pull out my marker. I'm gonna pull my tail through the last stitch I had. And as you can see, there's still a little tiny hole there. Gonna use my needle for that. And the way I'm gonna sew it shut is just to kind of overlap. If you can see, this is the last stitch I made. I want it to overlap like this over the hole. As you can see from here, it should go like that. So I'm going to go across, go under one whole stitch and come out the other. And do for maybe the next stitch as well. I think that should be enough. Maybe one more. Okay, I think that's enough. And this would be your egg. And again, you can shape it as much as you want, or whatever shape you want it to be. But in general, this is our complete egg. Okay, so we're going to make the dots or the circles. For mine, I'm only making 3 for this one egg amigurumi, and they're all going to be with the same pattern. I'm using a green color, obviously. They're pretty simple. There are only 2 rows for the spots. We're going to start with the first row, which is 6 single crochets or 6 stitches inside the magic circle. And one more, we have 6. So we have 6 stitches, 6 single crochets in the magic circle or magic loop. And for the second row, it's all increases, and I do have this written out for you guys stitch by stitch in the pattern, which is in my blog. Go check it out. And it's not that hard. Again, they're all increases, but I do have some mixed in, some single crochets and some half double crochets and combinations. So I will be using my marker. Maybe it will help you guys keep track. Again, I do have a stitch by stitch in the pattern. The first stitch, I'm going to do 2 single crochets. Second stitch, I am also doing 2 single crochets. On the third stitch, I'm doing 2 half doubles, 2 half double crochets. On the fourth stitch, I'm doing 1 half double and 1 single crochet. 1 half double and 1 single crochet. In the fifth stitch, I'm doing 1 single crochet and 1 half double. 1 single crochet and 1 half double. And the last stitch, 2 half double crochets. Okay, and that is what gives it sort of an oval shape. Now we're going to finish it off like normal. I'm going to slip stitch into my next one. And I will be leaving a long tail for this so I can sew the actual spot onto the egg. Gonna remove my marker and pass it through. And that is what your spot should look like. So here's my egg and here's my spot. I already threaded the tail into one of my needles, and I'm going to see where I want the spot at. Again, you can see it's sort of an oval shape, so I'm gonna make the oval stand tall on the egg, if that makes sense. I think I'll put this one here, and I'll just start sewing it on. You can use your preferred sewing method. I just kind of like to loop it through. I don't usually do the slip stitch or whip stitch because it's pretty noticeable that something was sewn on, even though it's obvious this will be sewn on to the white part, but I don't really use that, honestly. Oops, sorry, I think I hit the camera. Just go all the way around. And also another tip would be if you want to kind of stretch it out a little bit, you totally could. Can, you know, pull it as tight as you want, make it stretched out on the egg. That won't hurt it at all, and it will stay that way. This is what the completed eggs will look like. I've made some in a variety of colors. For mine, I used 3 spots or 3 dots on each, but you can definitely use more or less depending on what you want to do. I hope this pattern and the tutorial was easy for you guys to understand and to follow. Please like, share, and subscribe. I do request that you do not claim the actual pattern as your own, but if you know someone who wants it, wants to make their own, please do share the link to my blog or share this video. That way they can do so. However, you are free to sell or share any item you actually make from any of my patterns. So do keep that in mind. If you do have any other suggestions or comments, leave me a comment down below or send me a personal PM. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.